Hi, welcome to Eric's Welsh Garden. It's Tuesday today and it's unfortunately really rainy, but I've got loads of gardening tasks that I can do indoors today. So firstly, I need to pot up some of my pumpkins that germinated in the last 7 days. I've also, if you watched my previous video about my 10p Wyvale chili cayenne peppers, I've got about 12 that look like this. They're just about to flower and they need potting on. I've also got some seeds that I got with the Kitchen Garden magazine, so some kale, and I got some of these courgettes that I'm going to plant today. I don't usually like planting F1s just because I really want to start saving the seeds, but they're yellow so it looked fun in meals and things, so I'll get those ones done. Also, everybody's growing lupins and I'm quite jealous. I've got these seeds that I bought last year, I think, so I'm going to get these ones planted. I've also got some borage that I think I got last year. I got these last year, so I'm going to plant those as well just because they're really good for the garden. I've also got some sweet peas that probably should have been potted on maybe 2 months ago now, so they're still clinging on to life, but they do definitely need some more compost. My Wyvale tomatoes are doing amazingly well. Last week though, they started to get so big and I didn't have any supports on them, and one bent in half, so I managed to save it. It's still alive, but it's in the hospital upstairs, so I'll show you that a bit later. And I think I did some filming last week when we had the first day of sun, and that's when I potted some of them on, so I'll see if I can find that footage and show you that now while I'm potting things on. And then hopefully if it stops raining in a bit, I can show you some of the things that started to do really well in the garden over the sunny period that we had. And I'm just really hoping now that we have a couple of days of this rain and then we get some more sunny weather return, because last year we moved into the house in July in the summer holidays, and from I think April, May and June were really sunny here, like summer, and then July, August and September were really rainy. So I'm hoping that that was just like a freak random year, because everybody does say that it rains all the time in the valleys, and you know, I'm really hoping that is, you know, not correct, because I really want everything to grow really well this year. So anyway, I've got loads to get on with, so I'm just gonna get on potting these up now, and in the meantime I'll show you my tomatoes that I filmed last week. Hi, welcome to Eric's Welsh Garden. I hope you're all well today. It's really hot and sunny here today, and I had about 10 minutes spare, well no, about half an hour spare actually, so I've repotted my 8p Wyvale Garden Centre tomato plants. So at the back I've got the garden pearls, which are there, and these are the super mamans, which are all doing really well now, and I've got the other ones which are the black opal I believe, but they've grown so tall that they're tipping over everywhere, so I need to go to the shop on the way to pick my son up from school and go and get some bamboo canes so I can really support those ones. So I'll probably show you that a bit later, but I just wanted to show you how well my tomato plant's doing. Definitely worth buying them quite early on, so I'm really pleased. One thing I try and do now when it comes to gardening is not spending very much money, and I was recently having a chat with some friends that came over, and I was saying that I was running out of pots and I really needed some more, and she said that she had a shed full of pots, and then the next day I had these 2 bags delivered to my front door, which was pretty amazing. There's some really big pots here as well, and actually sort of nowadays if you're you actually look for buying bigger pots, you're looking at about £1 for 5, but you know, there's so many people that have got loads and loads just sat in a shed not even being used, so it's always worth putting like, you know, a message out on your local free Facebook group or just asking around, because most of the time if there's something like this that you need, or glass, there is people that have always got it and looking to get rid of it. So yeah, definitely ask around. These ones here are Gardener's Delight. I've just repotted these ones this morning. They were all planted on the same day actually back in January, but the two here were in tiny little pots. That's why they're much smaller. This is one of my black opals here, so you can see how tall it is, and that one's completely flowered now. So all of my tomato plants are actually indoors today just because it's tipping it down outside. These ones here that haven't germinated yet are Crown Prince and Turk's Turban. These ones here are the Uchiki Curie ones that I've replanted this morning, and the rest of them are a mix here. So we have Cinderella, we have Uchiki Curie, Jack Be Little, we've got Jack-o'-lantern, Big Max, and a couple of courgette plants in here, so I'm really happy with how well they're doing. And this is my black opal here, which is just spending some time up here because last week when we had that really lovely sunny weather, it actually snapped in half. I don't know if you can see in the light here, but it actually, let's have a look. You can see just here that it snapped in half. Well, it didn't snap in half, but it bent in half. So I've really kind of just tied that one up there to hope that it survives. But it hasn't really wilted since then, so I'm hoping it might kind of just get a bit of a scar there, and then it will be okay. So really pleased with these actually. These are the Royal Mix sweet peas that I've repotted this morning. They're all completely tangled up within each other, so hopefully they perk up a bit. I'm guessing they should all look like this anyway because they're ready to climb up something. Correct me if I'm wrong. So the borage, lupins, which are tall Russell, and the scarlet kale are now planted. I put about 3 seeds of the kale in, 3 of the lupins, and about 3 with the borage as well. So hopefully we'll get quite a few germinate. Okay, so I've been stuck in all day and it is actually still raining, but I thought I'd just come out here and show you some of the things that I've planted. But firstly, a couple of days ago it was bright sun out here, and as you can see now there is a cloud just drifting past my house, and you can see here we have solar panels too. Now sometimes I do wonder what was the point of having those ones installed. We've got the same amount on the other side too, but we've had them for a year now, so May will be the first month where we'll be able to see if we have more sun this May or we had more last May. But I just wanted to bring you out really to have a look at my raised beds and show you what I've planted. So on Friday I put my shallots in this raised bed. I had a load of leaf mould and things at the bottom of this, but when my mum was staying here, she put a load of topsoil up, a load of topsoil in. So in the front of this, I'm planning on putting some of my pumpkins so they can go around this trellis here. So that would be good. But at the moment, with the shallots, I just put some compost underneath each of the plants, and I've put 3 in here. A couple of weeks ago I actually did plant 4 in here. Now they're just in compost from the compost heap that was left over here from the previous owner, but as you can see they're doing much better. But when we had the really lovely weather on kind of Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, these ones got really dried out in the pot, so I thought I needed to put them in straight away. But as you can see now, everything is completely soaking wet, so I'm sure these will all start doing quite well and establish really quickly. So just walking around now to the front of the house. These are my tulips. Now I actually did have, well, these were actually a mixed lot of tulips, but as you can see I think I've just mostly got red ones and 1 pink one in there. So but I'll just take you round now to my potatoes. These are my potatoes. As you can see, these 2 at the back were swift and I planted those dead early, but they unfortunately got the frost. But I can't bear to do a potato reveal to have no potatoes in there yet. The 2, this one here and this one I believe is a Charlotte, and they were planted out on St. Patrick's Day, but you can see how green they are and how much kind of better they are because they were just being grown outside. I think that one was also the St. Patrick's Day potatoes, that's Charlotte's. I've got 2 shallots in here. They've been in there for ages, and actually you can see they're doing quite well and look really green. And these are my onions, the Elsa Craig ones, so I need to do something with those at some stage. But you'll also be able to see here that my 2 barrels that I had such issues with have now been separated. So I need to get those sorted ready for my pumpkins, hopefully next week. It would have been something I would have liked to have done today, but the weather is absolutely rubbish. So there you go, that's kind of all I've got growing at the moment. So thanks for watching, and if you want to follow my journey in my little Welsh garden, then please subscribe. Oh, look, here is a raspberry. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing with these raspberries, by the way, so should I have cut them all back, or should I just cut the ones that look like last year's growth? If you have any advice, please comment and let me know. Thanks very much.